Sturgeon stunned with the fall of Scotland. The leaders of the SNP one by one resigned after Nicola left. The membership of the SNP has dropped by almost a third in just over a year. Ms Sturgeon's allies stepped down one by one, frustrated that the dream of independence was no longer upheld. The head of the SNP's communications department has resigned after the party announced a sharp drop in membership earlier this week. Announcing his resignation on Twitter, Murray Foot criticized the SNP's earlier responses to its declining membership, saying it had created a serious impediment to my role. In past stories, the SNP has labeled reports of reduced memberships as scams. He said, I find it very sad for the SNP. It is facing a breakup. The leaders of the SNP, they gave up their goal of independence, they left without regret. Therefore, I conclude that the SNP is in great danger. These leaders are no longer ideal to operate. Most of them want to leave because they understand that they cannot achieve independence. And they no longer want to chase a dream that is not true. The party's membership has dropped by nearly 32,000, from 103,844 in 2021 to 72,186 currently. The drop, which equates to a 30% drop, took place in just 14 months. This is a worrisome sign for the party, which is currently experiencing significant headwinds after Nicola Sturgeon announced her resignation last month. Scottish Health Minister Humza Yousaf, Finance Minister Kate Forbes and former Minister Ash Regan are now battling to succeed her, announcing her resignation. Deputy Minister John Swinney said it was time for Ms Sturgeon to step down. Mrs Sturgeon had failed for many years, so her departure was a given. The outgoing leader of the SNP also appears to have given up on her dream of Scottish independence, saying she wants her party to choose a plan to pursue its goals without the influence of a leader who may not be on the side to perform it. Mr Swinney continued, I am free for the SNP to choose the path that I believe is right. Talking about the future of the independence movement, he added, by making my clear decisions now, I free up the SNP to make the right decisions. Ms Sturgeon became the country's longest-serving First Minister after more than 8 years in the role. A new poll conducted by YouGov shows that support for independence in Scotland has dropped below 40% following Ms Sturgeon's announcement of her resignation. The survey found that 39% of Scottish voters supported independence from the UK, compared with 47% who wanted to remain part of the Union. The poll spoke to 1,002 adults in Scotland between the 9th and the 13th of March. The Scottish people's belief in independence is over. The SNP is in danger of disintegration. SNP leaders left after Ms Sturgeon abandoned the Scottish independence referendum.